Hi friends, it's Joan at 10 Pentacles Tarot, and today I'm going to do a spread for you from the Halloween Oracle. So I'm going to show you how to do this spread, and it's a spread that you could do with any deck, any tarot deck or oracle deck that you like. But I thought this one was cool because it's October and Halloween's coming, and I thought you might like this. Now, if you like this deck and you would like to learn more about it, please look on my playlist called Oracle Deck Reviews Volume 1. Alright, so today I would like to do the Jack-o'-lantern Divination spread. It said this is a highly protective and illuminating spread, and you'll pull 6 cards. And the setup looks like the eyes, nose, and mouth of a scary jack-o'-lantern. Alright, that's what it says. So, I want you to think of an issue, and we're going to imagine that I'm doing this reading for you. Now, of course, this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everyone, but it'll help you learn to do the spread and also maybe give you some information if it resonates with you. If not, at least you've learned how to do a new spread. All right, so I'm going to shuffle the deck, and card 1 is going to be the heart of the issue or question. So think of the issue or question that you have. Concentrate on that. Card 2 is the hidden issue within that issue. Card 3 is the major obstacle you're facing. Card 4 is the main fear you're facing. Card 5 is the solution. And card 6 is what will happen if you engage the solution. Now, I'll say those again. You might want to get a pen and paper. If you're watching this video to learn the spread, you'll definitely want to get a pen and paper. If you're watching it to get a reading, well, then you, of course, don't have to do that. And like I said, even though this spread was designed by the people who created this deck, you can use any deck that resonates with you. Now let me go ahead and open this page so I can, there we go, prop it open. Alright, so go ahead and concentrate on your issue or your question. Alright, and I'm going to kind of move these things back a little so that I can put the cards up as far as possible so you'll be able to see them better. Alright, so Spirit, what is the heart of the issue or question at hand? What is the heart? What is the heart of the issue or question at hand? Alright, this is the heart of the issue or question at hand. Card 2 is the hidden issue within the issue. Card 3 is the major obstacle to solving the issue. You know, let me see if I can get them up a little higher. Card 4 is the main fear. Card 5 is the solution. And card 6 is what will happen if you engage the solution. Alright, so there they are. Now, let me get these out of the way. Kind of distracting. Alright, so let's look at card 1. The heart of the issue or question is the skull of light, which is illumination. Now, I'm going to read the meanings from the book, but what I'm getting just from an intuitive hit on that one is that you're needing illumination, you're needing clarity on a certain subject. That is your issue. Card 2, the hidden issue, is happiness in our hearts and homes. Okay, that's the hidden issue. And maybe you need illumination because you're not feeling happiness in your heart or home. Card 3 is the major obstacle, which is the skull of flowers, creating through the ashes. Major obstacle is creating through the ashes. Card 4, the main fear, is the underworld, where all things pause and begin again. Card 5 is the solution, joy, rejoicing in the present. And card 6 is what will happen if you engage the solution, which is mischief and play. All right, so let's take a look. I know what this is saying to me, but let's see what the book says. Okay, so Skull of Light, and I think these are in alphabetical order. Skull of Light. Yes, they are. Okay, it says, we can stay in the dark, exist only in the midnight hours, but shining the torch, the victory is ours. All right. It says, as the famous psychotherapist Jung suggested, knowing our own darkness helps us cope with the darkness of others. Taking the time to know thyself and to seek understanding of our more destructive or shadow natures can lead to huge happiness and less anxiety. The idea of being shown the way in the most difficult of times and always knowing that we are never alone in the darkness are the keys to this magical element. Light is usually a comforting thing, yet sometimes we do not really want to see the boogeyman under the bed. It's too scary, too big, and we know not how to defeat it. Yet by simply shining the torch upon such darkness, the victory is ours. Should the skull of light enter your life, know that it is time to open yourself fully to the clarity of bright illumination. Allow yourself to be seen, to see, and to act upon what is shown to you. The time is past for hiding, for pretending, and for swallowing our discomfort by accepting the status quo when it really doesn't suit us. Okay, so this is all about, so the heart of the issue is all about illumination, about looking at your shadow, about looking at things the way they really are. So that is at the heart of the issue, is that you need to see things the way they are. You need to be an eye. Need to be willing to look at things exactly the way it is, to shine our light exactly the way we are. All right, now the hidden issue is happiness in our hearts and homes, and that is hearth. It says, the heart of every home, the fire that unites, winter's warmth centers, stories, love, and delights. The ancient Romans believed that every home had a heart, and it was the hearth. Where the fire burned, the family gathered for sustenance, communication, and protection. This concept was so important to the culture that there was a huge city hearth, the Vestal Temple, where the fire of the home goddess Vesta burned forever without ever going out. This sacred flame was protected by the soldiers with their very lives should there be an invasion. The place where the goddess Vesta was honored within every ordinary home was also the hearth, and it is where women prepared food and cooked. Some of the food was always offered back into the fire as an offering to Vesta for blessings and protection. Often husbands were sent away on military duty for years on end, and their wives at home were not just expected to keep the home and often the business running, but to wait for their husbands faithfully until their return. They prayed to Vesta to ensure their family members' safe return and to keep the fires of love stoked. The saying, keep the home fires burning, was inspired by this practice. Should the hearth card appear in your divination, you are being asked to look to your idea of what home and family is for you. Take the time to build up your love fire and have it burning brightly. Make your relationships a priority. If there is conflict within your home and family, it is time to take concrete steps to address the issue for good. If you or a member of your family is away from home due to travel or work, know that protection is being given. All right, so the hidden issue is the hearth. Maybe there is something in your heart or your home or your family that needs to be taken care of, that needs to be settled. And that is a very real possibility. You need to take the time to build your love fire. The hidden issues, maybe that your love fire isn't burning as brightly as it needs to be. Maybe you haven't been making your relationships a priority. And if there's a conflict, And that may be a hidden issue. There may be a conflict. And it's time to take concrete steps to address whatever that conflict is and to settle it for good. All right, card number 3, the major obstacle to doing this is the skull of flowers. Your major obstacle is the skull of flowers. It says, creating through the ashes. To blossom and bloom, the work must be done. Through fire and ashes, our fortune it comes. Before flowers are born, they are sweet buds on a plant that came from a smaller form, like a seed or a bulb. The seed needs prepared, nourishing soil to grow into its potential. Some plants and trees only seed after a fire or a period of extreme adversity like drought or flood. Sometimes we wish for a life different from the one we have, and that can mean a radical change. Sometimes to have that new life, everything falls apart to make it so, and that can be uncomfortable. We may lose our relationships, or they may change. We might lose a job, have to move a house, or become ill. All big events that lead to a reassessment of the how of our lives. The skull of flowers illustrates that there is a sureness and yet a rawness to creating again, to starting afresh. Sometimes the universe gives us a blank slate to work from so we can build what we really want rather than just settling for less. The skull of flowers celebrates not just a kind of phoenix energy, but an energy of success and full bloom through adversity. So, the challenge here is to bloom through adversity. The challenge is to start again. The challenge is to start afresh and to create something new. So, and that is also, that's a major obstacle, which I'm saying is the challenge, but that is the major obstacle, is to accept that everything that has fallen apart, everything that has changed, and to start anew. Your obstacle is that you're having a difficult time starting anew. You have to tackle that. You have to overcome that. And you have to start creating through the ashes. Card 4, the main fear, is the underworld. Let me give you a close look. I don't think you can see the bottom of that card. Okay, the main fear is the underworld. And let's take a look at that. Okay, and it says, where all things pause and begin again. Another realm, shadow-filled, travel from death's bed, where we stop and transform within the realm of the dead. The idea of an underworld, a whole realm that we go to after we die, is a concept that crosses a huge variety of cultures and eras. The Sumerians, the Turkish, the Incas, the Greeks through to the Siberians, the Maori, and the Khmers all had a distinct word for the underworld. What is different, though, is how those cultures treat this concept, whether the underworld is seen as a place of rest and rejuvenation or horror and punishment. The Christian hell is a place of darkness, fire, and punishment. The Egyptian underworld is one of judgment, peace, and renewal. In Maori culture, it is an in-between place of waiting, wisdom, and transition. Many myths that mention the underworld often involve the concept of a place of waiting and of trials and eventual judgment. It can also be a place of joy and peace. Should the underworld card be present in your reading, you are being asked to consider exactly what you have to do to transform your life into something you find easier or more authentic to you. This may involve changing course. It may involve trials and tests. Keep moving. Whilst things may fall away and your life may appear bare for a time, this is temporary. Space is being made into which you can create the new. Okay, and that card is the main fear. The main fear is of the underworld. The main fear is of creating the new. The main fear may be to be in a place of waiting and to be in a place of transition. So that may be the fear. The underworld does bring fear, where everything pauses. And that pause can be scary. All right, so that's the major fear. And the solution is joy, rejoicing in the present. And that card says, I stand here, I am where I am, fully alive and present. Stress is a sham. Besides the hoo-hoo of a not-so-scary trick-or-treating ghost on Halloween evening, One of the most common sounds you'll hear is laughter. There is so much joy at Halloween, and it can be one of the most fun nights of the year if we allow that into our lives. We lead busy lives, whether we are studying, run a household, have a demanding job, or all of them at once. It seems there's little time for us to stop, be present, and enjoy exactly where we are at this time. It has been said that the first step of real change is stopping and acknowledging that we actually need change. Well, sometimes we might feel that there is little to feel happy about and much to change. We can always feel grateful for something right now, and there's power in that position. It is time to find the joy in this moment and to find that joy more often. Should this card come up in your divination, it heralds a arrival of more happiness and profound joy into your life. It is a good omen. Actively seek pleasure and build more of the things that give you personal joy and laughter in your life. After all, we build in appointments for the dentist. Why not for our own pleasure? All right, enjoy. That is the solution. Do more fun things. Do more things you enjoy. Build more pleasure into your life. That is the whole solution to the problem. And if you follow that solution, this is what's going to happen. Trick or treat. And it says mischief and joy. Stalking and stomping, eyes shining and begging baskets, faces and bodies that are no longer ours, laughing skeletons and candy caskets. Trick-or-treating is such a fun thing to do, is it not? Yet why do we trick-or-treat? Ancient peoples understood that there were both mischievous and perhaps nasty spirits wandering around at nightfall at Halloween, as well as happier, more benevolent spirits. They thought that if they dressed as spirits themselves, or other frightening creatures, then they would not be recognized as human and attacked. The idea of causing a little chaos as one of these spirits was part of the imitation and the enjoyment of the night. The practice in medieval Britain was aptly called souling. Today, trick-or-treating is a huge event. We spend much time, money, and effort dressing up as our scariest creatures, and this has even extended to dressing up as our favorite celebrities and other pop culture idols. Instead of traditional candy apples and barmbrack, we give out a mind-boggling variety of candy. It matters not. The idea of frightening away death and darkness still stands. I believe that the modern trick-or-treating also unites communities by introducing our families and friends to those around us in a non-threatening and joyful way. Many of us do not know our neighbors, even those who live next door, and Halloween gives us an excuse not to be so reserved and to extend our boundaries. Should you receive the trick-or-treat card in your divination, it may well be a time to examine the role of play and mischief in your own life. You don't have to be a child to let go and have some playtime, and you can extend the fun to others. Sometimes we're afraid to make mistakes, and play is one way to alleviate the pressure that we sometimes place on ourselves to get everything perfect every time. Alternatively, it's worth knowing that there is a balance between manipulation and mischief. The former is not pleasant, and the other has at its core a sense of irreverent fun. All right, so what will happen if you engage the solution of putting more joy in your life? What will happen is you will have more mischief, play, and more fun in your life. You'll enjoy your life more. Life will be an adventure and a fun thing. Wow, I don't know about you, but I just got a lot out of that reading. So again, if you would like to do this spread, and you can do it with any tarot deck or oracle deck that appeals to you or that speaks to you, this is the Jack-o'-lantern divination spread. As you see, it makes 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth of a jack-o'-lantern. Card 1 represents the heart of the issue or question. Card 2, the hidden issue. Card 3, the major obstacle. Card 4, the main fear. Card 5, the solution. And card 6, what will happen if you engage the solution. Now, friends, before I started this video, I was going to ask you to send me some good vibes because I'm feeling kind of down. And I've never said that in a video before. So, and if you want to send me good vibes, I will definitely welcome them. I'm going through a thing right now that, I don't really want to talk about, but this spread helped me so much that it kind of gave me direction on what to do and where to go. So I hope you got something out of it as well. If you did, please leave a comment below and let me know. So if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't done so already. It's completely free for you, and it helps me out a whole lot. I want to thank you for being with me today. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is where you are, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.